Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Oversalt tournament on the 23rd of March. We are in the semifinals. Our matchup today is going to be Rascals Purple versus Dramatic Gaming. I'm one of the casters, Alenville, and with me is Nove. Welcome, Nove.
How's it going, bud?
So, do you have any idea about both teams in any way, shape, or form?
No, not entirely. I know it's gonna be a close matchup. Two good teams. I'm gonna be interested to see what comps they're on. Primarily, got off the new patch. You know, if they're gonna be on the Hammond triple DPS, quad DPS. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, the new meta will make it the new patch will make it kind of interesting what will go on. And as we're starting on Junkertown, this could be really interesting. There's so much to go off on, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like the double sniper comp, it could be a definitely viable option here. You know, they could put out the Bastion. You just never know.
Yeah, that's exactly one of the fun things about Junkertown. It was always one of the wildcard picks every time it was in the pools.
I hope they're on a pirate ship, bro. I cannot wait.
Pirate ships are always great. So we're heading in. I remember that last time we had Dramatic Gaming in as well in the top 500, and they came quite far, and I hope that we can see that from them once again, to be honest, because they are an exciting team most of the time. But hopefully they just don't run goats all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the goats meta, but I like to see after this new patch to switch up a bit. There's so much potential for like new plays, new comps. You know, people to really flex their DPS like sort of skills here.
Yeah, that is definitely true. So both teams are preparing right now, so we have a sort of bunker comp on the side of the Rascals Purple, where they are going with the Roadhog and the Orisa and the Double Sniper, so it's kind of interesting what they're going with. On the other side, Dramatic is looking at a kind of interesting comp, to be honest, with the Hammond, with the Diva there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be interested to see who wins this Widow 1v1. I mean, that is an absolutely crucial matchup here. Both teams are running double snipers. Yeah, interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, and I think that the bunker comp could run into some problems with the Winston, especially after his buffs now jumping onto them. But we'll see. They're moving forward on the payload. Nothing really. So the Widows are looking for their openings, but none have really found anything. Chico's dropping a bit to his half his HP, but nothing more is really happening to him right now, and both sides are just pressuring each other.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be starting to push here. Brock on the high ground, absolutely laying down damage to Narissa, but Ghost Dog actually falls. Winston jumping back. I mean, both teams are laying down damage. I mean, Dramatic's getting the picks. They're pushing in, being aggressive. And I mean, that aggression's paying off in terms of kills here.
Yeah, the kills were quite nicely done right now, and we saw how the Winston kind of defeats this bunker comp by jumping just onto them, and Chico just got taken down by the Widow, so it's a bit of an issue, and the Mercy was now a bit endangered by the Winston, who's just doing his best, and he gets this Zenyatta for his worries, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love it off the bat. Astrus and DR Fence on the Winston and Diva combo, just both synergize perfectly, diving at straight times, at the same time, sorry. Zen coming down, and Ghost Dog's actually going to pick off the Diva here.
Yeah, that was kind of a crucial pick for them right now. Astrus is still going in and doing his best. Now he's getting pushed into the corner by the whole hog. I don't think he'll get out of there anyway. But the res on Brock could be actually quite helpful because they can stop the payload push in any way, shape, or form now.
Yeah, I mean that's crucial for them because that means they can set up now, take the high ground again, sort of get some sustain going back, and should be an interesting fight next fight.
Yeah, the ults are kind of interesting right now because right now Rasputin's Purple do have 3 open, and that is our. So both teams are using the infra sites already, so there is kind of both teams know where everybody is, but nobody really wants to pay attention of that right now.
That's good. Dragon's going to be finding nobody, but you're going to be picking up Ghost Dog here. Rascals Purple just dropping 1 player. It's now 2 with the Mercy. It's looking like they're going to fall here. Dramatic Gaming taking this fight.
Yeah, Dramatic is pushing it quite well, but the payload's moving forward. They'll probably get the first point now, and after that, it could be quite interesting depending on where the dragon comes through. Will it reach the point before? Actually, no, it doesn't look like. And that is the first point. And interesting how they're switching around already.
Yeah, I see they sacrificed a supercharger on the Narissa there, switching on the Rhine. going for committing to the goats comp here. It's going to be interesting how these two match up, goats v goats. Back to the old meta.
Yeah, it's kind of the old meta. I would feel like an Ana would be for both teams kind of valuable to just stop a bit of the healing, but they're both going in looking for some openings right now. And the Transcendence already popped, so that is something that we have to be aware of. And the other one comes out shortly after.
Yeah, I mean, that's the just hits a shield on the slam there. They're going to be throwing in D4 from behind. Going to be absolutely getting nothing. Brock shielding it. Yeah, now Dramatic Gaming falling off, seeing what they can do. But Excision gets a pick on TPKA. I mean, that's going to be huge. Excision just putting down absolute damage. Brock getting the charge on Chico, and I mean, Rascal's Purple is going to take this fight.
Yes, they're taking this fight, and they didn't really have to use many of their ults. They are having the Shatter ready. They do have the Graviton, and now even the Rally. So they do have quite a bit of an advantage right now against Dramatic Gaming.
Yeah, absolute advantage. If they've got the slam, the rally, and then they've got the grab bomb afterwards, I mean, it's going to be... But unfortunately, the mech does fall, so now's going to be crucial time for Dramatic Gaming to push in, and they're going to be pushing in with the rally here.
Yeah, they're running in with the rally. There is quite a bit of fight, and Astros is just charging forward, but he doesn't really get a target, but there are enough pickoffs there for the team anyway to just move the payload forward.
I mean, despite the complete ult economy just advantage here, Rascal's Purple, the Ryan's going to be falling early, which could mean there's just so much damage coming down the way from Excision here.
Yeah, definitely. That is one thing that that is really important. But I have to say, kudos to them to just have the discipline not to waste any ults, as they knew the fight was already lost at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Brock's just playing aggressive here, but they do grab in their back. What can they do? Is it going to be transing into this? Now they're going to be playing aggressive back. Gets just before the slam. That's huge.
And Dramatic just pushing forward and just took out even the Shatter. That is an ult you don't get back anymore. And right now it doesn't really look good for Rascals. They're just getting pushed back and back. And Astros is already charging into the enemy team once again.
Yeah, they're playing absolutely aggressively and too right. I mean, 3 of them got picked off. They're just trying to clean up, get more ult charge. I mean, but the ult economy is in favour of Rascal's Purple here. I mean, they're going to be coming in back aggressive onto this point, trying to stall the time and try and get a clean wipe here.
Yeah, that should be their goal, but I'm not sure if they can make it with the ults that are on the side of Dramatic. They do have 2 of their 3 support ults, and third is not far away, and if they can time them right... Okay, there goes the Graviton, and there's the Trance already. There is the Diva Bomb. Gets a D-Mech, there's another Diva Bomb going down. Oh, and that gets even a pick off there, so that's not really helpful on the side of Rascal's Purple.
I mean, Rascal's Purple are popping down so many ults, but Dramatic Gaming are just absolutely matching them, you know, sustaining against all these ults and still playing aggressive, and they're going to come out on top here, despite that absolute massive ult disadvantage.
Yeah.
Grabbing the spawn here, charging it off, just staggering out. They should be getting to the end here.
Nice Shatter there in the spawn.
That's the round.
That's the round. Yeah, that's the thing. Dramatic had a disadvantage in the ults, but they used the ults to the maximum efficiency they could, actually. And they had a few fights they just won off of kind of dry pushes in that sense that they didn't even have an ult or didn't use one.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, the thing I see for Zarya players, the thing I really look for is their bubble usage. I mean, in GOATs, such small things are going to influence fights so much. So that bubble usage, I'm really looking forward to see. Like, do they use it early? Do they use it late? I mean, they've got to use it absolutely spot on to win these fights. And Dramatic Gaming is just coming out on top in that sort of mini war there.
Yeah, they've been coming up on top on a lot of wars. I mean, Asters is playing quite aggressive, but his team is giving him the chance to actually do it. And that's one of the things that you have to keep in mind as well and go. If the Reinhardt player goes down, half of your push chances are just gone instantly. And the Reinhardt was just being kept sustained all the time.
Yeah, I mean, this comp's interesting here. I mean, Rascal's Purple are going to be starting off on the float here with the Winston. But Dramatic Gaming still on that double sniper, so it's interesting to see how these 2 different comps match up on this first point. I mean, it's a lot higher ground to control, so the floats is a good option, but I mean, they've got the Orisa pull off, they've got the Hog, a lot of CC. So interesting to see how they're going to run into this.
Yeah, and I like the placement of the shield right now from the Orisa from Ars there because it just encompasses the whole team. the whole spot actually. If most of the team would hide in there, they would be safe from every angle whatsoever. Now it's a bit open in the back, but not really much that the enemy team can get around that. And the damage boost on the Widow in the back just takes out the Zen instantly. That was a nice play there.
Yeah, really cheeky spot from that Taste on the right hand side there with the Mercy damage boost. I mean, they're going to be halted here, not be able to push the cart, not much they can do, pick down. Yeah, just going to Dramatic Gaming just going to be a bit long here.
Yeah, they're playing it out quite nicely. They are holding both tanks are holding up in that shield. The Winston now dives into that and just gets punished almost instantly with that hook, and he does sustain himself, and they do get the Zenyatta now, but it took a bit of damage and they had to out heal that one. And the res, that shows how powerful Mercy is, even though people most of the time forget it sometimes even.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate. Zenmi caught out of position there, should have been a bit further back, but Widow's got a lovely high ground position in the back. Absolutely laying down damage into supports. I mean, Zen has to be really careful not to get picked off here, and just does, as I say, just gets picked off. So does the Winston. That's Ace doing absolute work. Chico splitting in with the Dragon, should be killing Zarya here, and that's a clean up for Dramatic Gaming.
Yeah, Dramatic Gaming are playing this quite nicely. They used the Infrasites and the Dragon Strike. That's all they really used in the last fight, and otherwise their ult charge is impeccable right now. The Zenyatta is already at 50%. We have a Valkyrie waiting. The Supercharger is down in like a second.
Yeah, despite the Zen's poor positioning, the waste of the res, I mean, they still managed to come out on top. It's just they're playing it like to absolute perfection here.
Yeah, they're playing it to perfection. If they make a mistake, they actually take advantage of that. That is actually something you really have to keep an eye out of. And right now the fight is just breaking out. The Valkyrie is already popped, and they're going. The Winston is going for the high ground, going for the Zen. The Zen is forced to use the Transcendence. This could be actually something they do. And the other Transcendence is now forced as well. And the Supercharger is down, but nobody's really pressuring the Supercharger. The Dragon Strike goes in, doesn't unfortunately get anything, but the Widow even got the Supercharger. And looks like it's still Rascal's Purple pulling off this fight barely.
I mean, that Ace is doing absolute work on the Widow up top, getting picks 1, 2 every single fight, putting down absolute like massive picks here. I mean, I think Rascal's Purple were a little bit lucky to get away with that, to be honest.
Yeah, it was kind of lucky, but it was just because they popped the Transcendence as second team, so they had kind of the advantage. As the enemy's Transcendence kind of ticked out and the Supercharger was down, they could out heal the damage that was put against them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Excision coming up to grab here. Nothing really to combo. Bomb's only on 35%, Slam's on 6. But it's interesting to see if they're going to try and get a dry push here to try and charge some ults to combo with it, or if they're just going to use it and try and get the momentum still going.
Yeah, they're sitting there. The fight is kind of right now. Dramatic is just staggering back. They know they don't really want to fight it because they're not sure about the ults, it feels like, and now they have the Diva Bomb as well on the side of Rascal's Purple, and perhaps they find something. Azure is dropping dangerously low, but still holding on, and there's the Diva Bomb. Oh, unfortunate position of the Diva Bomb, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that is an absolutely huge slam for Brock, putting in absolute damage, despite the trans are still, I mean, with the trans as well, they're just playing super aggressive. They're all on the Zen in the back. Zen, Brig going to be falling. I mean, Rascal's Purple going to be taking this fight win.
Yep.
Just a matter of cleanup now. Taking out the Zarya. Diva falling. Excision just building grav on that Diva mech with the stagger. I mean, already at 30%. Brock's at 50. They've got the sound barrier. 50 is the next bomb. I mean, their economy is looking good, and they won't be able to contest this second point here.
Yeah, and I mean, despite that unfortunate Diva Bomb, because that was really unfortunate where it positioned that kind of the Jeep blocked most of the damage out of that one. So yeah, but still they made it work.
Yeah, it's gonna be looking like a Dramatic Gaming are gonna be holding close here. It's interesting to use it. They're gonna use the slam, the grav. They got a rally coming up to Diva Bomb as well. A lot of ults coming in. They should be winning this fight because they're ult advantage. Let's see what happens. I mean, that's just been playing aggressive on the Rhine. They're playing super aggressive on the Rhine, all focusing, and the door actually splits them off. They're going to be pushing in with Zen on the right hand side, gaining ult charge, you know, pulling along that is fine. Chico actually gets a pick on Toreb, that's absolutely massive, and down goes Brock. They're going to be all speeding in, playing aggressive, trying to clean up these staggers here.
Yep, they're staggering more out, and they are closing in on the 6 ult. The Brig just used it, but she's already at 90%, so it's kind of good. Otherwise, they have every other ult they need in the book to do something with this, and probably can halt at least 1 or 2 pushes with just 1 or 2 ults for that one. Oh, the shatter? Was it if you won? And right now they're going down to fight, and we see just Oh, there's a Graviton. Let's see if they can take advantage of that one. The Transcendence goes out for that one. And that is kind of an advantage still on the side of Dramatic, because now they have a Trance still open and they use it now. The Diva Bomb goes down, doesn't get anybody, and now the Grav goes out for the side of Rascals.
Yeah, I mean, Rascals, I mean, Dramatic Gaming do invest Trans and the Sound Barrier and the Diva Bomb into that fight, and they just don't come out on top, which is a bit really unfortunate for them. But I'm just watching that Ace's bubble usage at that last fight, and I mean, that's what lost them. He used both the bubbles at the same time, which means as soon as they invested ults, I mean, they lost the fight. As a result, it could have saved from the bomb, the slam. I mean, it's unfortunate, really.
Yeah, oh, the Diva Bomb goes in. Oh! That was surprising.
I mean, that's Ace. Again, as I just said, early bubble usage is going to be falling down to the Diva Bomb as a result of it. I mean, that's unfortunate for his part, playing too far in front of the Rhine. And as a result, I mean, Rascals Purple are going to be pushing his cart further.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising, actually. I would have thought perhaps the Lucio would have probably tried to speed boost his team in, but it looked kind of like he accepted his fate instantly.
Yeah, they're going to try a last-ditch stagger attempt here. Ashes gets stunned. There's so much target fire on Ashes, but he gets a big slam on someone in the back. Zarya's down, Lucio's down. Good focus fire from Dramatic Gaming. Looks like they're going to be able to clutch it up here as the brig goes down, trying to get the staggers on the Rhine.
Yeah, they barely clutched that one out. I loved how it was looking like the baby Diva was just standing over somebody who was hit by the Earth Shatter and just shooting them down.
Yeah, I mean, Astris just absolutely saved that on the side of Dramatic Gaming. That big slam, taking out the main damage dealer Zarya, has a lot of impact in the Goats fight, and I mean that's how they want it. But that is coming back up to the Grav here, 50 to slam. That's easy charge. We've got the Diva Bomb here. It's looking like they could combo, stall this out longer, possibly even full hold it.
Yeah, that could be a possibility that they hold this one now. Their payload's now moving a bit backwards, so they do have a bit more time they get after that one, and we're closing in the 1 minute mark, so we have to be careful on both sides at how it goes out, and they're just running on down. Could be dangerous. Oh!
I mean, Rally's popped, so is the Trans on the side of Dramatic Gaming. That's a Grav. Defensive Diva roll coming out from Dramatic Gaming. Does get the pick and excision. That's absolutely huge just after he grabs. Diva on the other side, exchanging Zaryas with both Diva Bombs. He's absolutely insane. Briggs is standing in the back. Straight up brawl on the point. Dramatic Gaming look like they're going to come on top. Bloody piece of big kill on Rhine there. Just Diva stalling the point by herself. She's going to be going down.
And now the Lucio has to hold on as good as he can. He falls down now as well, and this could actually be a chance that Ace barely reaches the point, tries to hold on, gets stunned up, and just instantly blown up. Now they're just running on one by one. They have to be careful. The Zen is in a dangerous predicament already, and they switched over to a Soldier, and the Soldier just went down there. But right now the fight is kind of breaking up. Brock unfortunately hits a shield with his Earth Shatter, but they still get the Reinhardt. There's that Ace switch over to Wrecking Ball, and he's going in trying to stop some push, and now with the new changes of Wrecking Ball, it's just a really crazy hero, and that A still survives that one, but now gets blown up, and barely they're reaching the point once again. The Doomfist is now on the point. Chico gets taken down as Doomfist. The Reinhardt gets stunned up before reaching the payload, and they get the point.
I mean, yeah, in that last fight, after the Reinhardt, the Zarya both went down, it was just a matter of time before they get that point. Last ditch heroes coming out from both sides. Just number advantage on the Rascals Purple, and we actually push the point in overtime. 2 minutes 13 seconds behind them. Can they pull off the win here, Rascals Purple?
Yeah, it's an interesting situation since Rascal Purple now get the 1 minute time bank anyway, so Dramatic goes up to 313. It's going to be a hard situation. If they can find a good overtime push, they could do something with that, but they need to do something instantly. Otherwise, it's kind of breaking down, and they're instantly going over to the Bastion.
Here it is. I love it. I absolutely love it. The pirate ship is coming out. This is what I wanted to see all game. This pirate ship. Screw Goats. That's last patch. Come on. This pirate ship. It could do absolute wonders for them. I mean, they're 2 minutes 13 behind.
No.
In terms of this point, it's big, but no, they're going to be switching off to a more flexible comp, you know. Got the Hanzo, Farah, Bull. They're going to be poking from all angles, trying to make a nuisance themselves. But Dramatic Game is going to be holding close here with the Sombra Goats. This could be absolutely big for the time bank. If they win this fight and get ult advantage, they could stop them right in their tracks, right at the start of this map here.
Okay, they are going with the pirate ship. I just feel kind of weird about Ghost Dog being on the brig for the pirate ship. I'm just not sure about the brig, honestly.
Yeah.
Everything else feels kind of good for the pirate ship, but the brig just is a weird part. Oh!
I mean, this strategy holding close. I mean, he gets hacked, booped, discorded on the Bastion. Now they're just going to be pushing up. As I've said, they won the fight. They've got the ult charge to match, and I mean, like, there's not much Rascal Purple can do here. They should really swap off the Bastion. There's not much they can do.
Yeah, the Bastion is kind of a risky thing anyway, but they don't have much choice anyway.
But now they're holding this close. The Bastion can't get set up, so he can't lay down the damage that he wants here. Unless he goes, I mean, they're going up top here. They're going to be hiding around the corner. Sombra's behind. They're going around the corner. Not much they can do here.
They did find the Sombra before the Sombra could cause some chaos, but the Bastion is just sitting there. Oh, and the D.Va sneaking!
Yeah, that's well played from the D.Va. They can't contest the point because the Bastion's going to lay on too much damage, as he's doing right now. Ryan's looking like he's going to die. D.Va dies on point though, so the Brig is going to have to touch. Bastion's still in the back, absolutely laying down damage.
Get the Bastion on the payload. This is their chance right now.
Bloody Pete and the Bastion getting big kills. That was absolutely played to perfection from Rascal Purple there.
Oh, they blew once up.
Well, defense actually gets 2 picks. Is this winnable for them?
Nah, they raised the Bastion. They got the Bastion back up.
The Bastion's gonna be res. Bloody Pizza is putting absolute damage, like a second Zarya in the back line, just mowing them down on Zen. I mean, you love to see it from your Zenyatta, like a J Jonak.
Yeah. Except when they play seemingly against Soul Dynasty. but right now, this payload could push quite far. It depends on what they'll do right now. The switch up, they have to be careful because the ult advantage is definitely on the side of Dramatic Aiming. I think the MP is waiting. Oh, there is the MP.
I was about to say she's sneaking up. That's a big slam, but I mean,
the Zen got the ult off.
Absolutely, that could sustain them for so long and make them win this fight. I mean, now they've got an ult advantage. This could be absolutely huge. Let the game go back in.
He can ult.
Ghost Dog dies. Chico's putting absolute work down. I mean, the target focus back on the Bastion on Brock now. It's looking like Dramatic Aiming are going to win here. Not being able to hold out. It was interesting, the Bastion. I love to see it. But I mean, they're holding too close, too aggressively. The Sombra are creating too much of a nuisance for them. And I mean, the target focus, the Bastion was just dying early every fight.
Yeah, the target.
I hate to see it.
The target focus was amazing. They saw the Bastion, instantly shot the Bastion down. The Bastion didn't really have much time. The only time he had where the D.Va kind of created the distraction with the payload. But I'm kind of interested what kind of surprises they could pull out right now, because I would say, for example, perhaps Rascals should pull out as Symmetra or something like that, just to cause a bit more chaos.
Absolutely. I mean, for Rascals Purple here, I'm really so interested in what they're going to be running here, comp-wise. Looks like they're going to be Ray, May Goats and Junkertown. Interesting choices. See what Brock's going to run. Is he going to run the Winston? I suspect he's going to run the Ryan. Yeah, absolutely. Whereas, I mean, Dramatic Gaming going to be running more DPS heavy comp. A Wrecking Ball and a Reinhardt at the same time. That's interesting. With the Widow as well.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. I mean, the Wrecking Ball doesn't really can fulfill both tank slots anyway, so perhaps then the Wrecking Ball can help dive with the Reinhardt. No, they're just switching around a bit more, so...
I'll say that didn't make much sense. But now here's a better team. D.Va Reinhardt. D.Va just trying to block some of this damage. I mean, looking for maybe Slam Bomb ult combos. They've got the Hanzo to split. It could be interesting here.
Yeah.
But they're running the Snoats on the side of Rascal's Purple here. Keeping the high ground with Brock. The mate's going to be also on the high ground with them. He's in the back, holding those lines of sight. That face, another early bubble, getting him 30 charge. I mean,
yeah, that's definitely something you love to see as Zarya. I still feel like they're not really utilizing the Mei right now to the fullest. There's no really split up right now with the wall, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Wasted the wall there from the Mei, but the Ryan charges in and as a result dies. I mean, that's not what you want to see if you're Reinhardt charging in and dying. Start a team fight like that. Chico's in the back line. He's getting picks. I mean, fair play to him. He's not playing with the team here. Bloody Pizza gets picked on Chico. That's why you got to be with the team as Brig. I mean, it's so vital with the stun and the brawl potential on Brig. Stay with the team here.
I don't think they can contest it anymore. Barely the Wrecking Ball reaches the point, but he gets stunned up instantly and taken down. Perhaps the Brigitte reaches it. Nope, doesn't even.
Absolutely.
That's the claim point.
Yeah, I mean, the side of Dramatic, they were always, Dramatic Game were always on top there. I mean, the ult usage, I mean, the D.Va, the Ryan, their general aggression, it was just a tier above Rascals Purples there.
They were playing quite well, to be honest. That was really good how they did it, and I hope that they can keep it up right now.
I mean, Bloody Pizza had an absolute cracking game. I mean, I love to see it as Zen, who's getting picked constantly, laying down the damage. I mean, his transits were always on point, saving the team, and I mean, look at that. He deserves that card.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 10,000 healing with Transcendence, that
You love to
is
see it,
something, yeah.
You do love to see it.
So we're going to take a slight break. We'll see you guys back when we start the next map.
Memories die out too hard. But we were traveling mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set our mind on fire, knowing we couldn't hide, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now here with the lights, camera, and action on Hollywood. I'm still Alenvia, and still with me is Nov. Welcome back.
Hey man, yeah, I mean Hollywood completely different to Junkertown. There's like three main chokes. You're up top, main, and to the right. This first point. It's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna attack it. Are they gonna run the goats, triple DPS Hammond? I mean, we've seen a variety of comps with the pirate ship, with goats, with floats, with May goats. I mean, just an absolute range. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see what they run here.
Looks like both teams have kind of their preference, and right now it looks like Dramatic love to run that Sombra, which is a great pick, honestly, against any sort of goats lineup in any way, shape, or form, because one hack shot shuts off that Reinhardt shield.
Yeah, here we've got Rascals Purple going to be running this May goats again. D-Lin's a 14-year-old Zarya prodigy here. I mean, if they can utilize these May walls well here, unlike they did in Junkertown, which was a bit poor to be honest, it can have a real big impact against a goat team like this.
Yeah, that's definitely something we can keep an eye out for. And they're trying once again with the May. It didn't really look that good on Junkertown, but perhaps they had some ideas in the short little break we had and can turn it around now.
Yeah, Sombra looking to get behind, creating nuisance for herself. Sombra goes interesting here. If they can hack the May or hack the Ryan, this can create absolute such value for Dramatic Gaming here.
Yeah, that's definitely something that they could actually do. And you just see, I find it kind of interesting that they're giving so much room, to be honest, on the side of Rascals Purple. They're just giving him the choke in a way, and Dramatic's just taking it as they get it.
I mean, yeah, Dramatic Gaming taking the higher ground. I'd love to see Rascals Purple actually start on the higher ground. I think, yeah, as Zarya, you're giving up too much like damage potential just sat on the low ground. They're actually going to be dropping here, creating so much pressure on the Ryan. He's discorded. May putting in some work, focusing the Reinhardt. Going to be utilising both abilities here. I mean, now Dramatic Gaming is split. They're split. Rascals Purple's going to be putting in some damage. You know, getting value out of that.
Yeah, and Brock still falls, so there is a chance still for Dramatic to pull it around. Chico already pulls out the rally, and the fight is still breaking out, and it's just an advantage that they took, and looks like that is the first point for Dramatic.
I mean, that was really interesting to watch, because I mean, Dramatic Gaming was split. Like the Ryan was down the right side, Diva and Zarya was still on main. The team was split in half, 3 and 3, and you'd really expect in that situation these kind of top tier teams to really like take advantage of that and like wipe the 3 without the Reinhardt. I mean, if you're all 6, but they gave them too much time. They weren't aggressive enough, and they got back as a team and wiped them. I mean, that in my opinion, that's quite a poor playoff. Rascals Purples.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but to be honest, the 3-3 split up that there was quite nicely, because both sides just moved in on the rest of the team and kind of created a pincer attack, which is kind of deadly. And there's a good shatter there, getting 3 for that one, but unfortunately Arts was sort of alone for that. Astros was sort of alone for that one and couldn't really take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean that shatter there, just keeping up the momentum here. They're going to be using this ult economy that they have, trying to keep the momentum, trying to ult before Rascal's purple ult. And I mean, yeah, just keeps momentum up, trying to get as much value out of these ults as they possibly can.
Yeah, but right now Dramatic have to be careful if that ace and if Ghost Frog and Dylan's get together with their ult combo, then you do have kind of a bad situation if you get all stuck it frozen onto the point.
I mean, it's going to be just see who grabs first. It's going to be that side of Dramatic Gaming, countered by the trans, counter grab coming out. Dylan's going to be taking out Astros here. That should be the catalyst to win the fight here.
Yeah, that should be. Oh, the Diva bump goes out. No victims as well. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that there still wasn't a usage of the Blizzard during the grab.
Absolutely. I mean, Rascal's purple was they clutched that fight up so well. I mean, Astros got killed instantly off the bat, and I mean they played it well. They played corners, they played sight lines, used the Zen and the Zarya to like maximum efficiency, and they came out on top.
Yeah, and I mean they still have 3 ults, so they did a good job. They needed to use 2 and still have 3 left, so everything is fine and dandy for them right now.
They're going to be rotating up into this high ground up here.
That is actually good.
That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see off the Goats team here, getting value out of the high ground. But I mean, both teams are going to be fighting on this high ground as Goats here. This is unusual strategy, but can be quite effective.
Yeah, the Diva was trying to sneak off the point once again, but unfortunately the Diva gets demeched. If they can get the Diva, punish the Diva for that one, it's kind of good. And now the May throw her ult is kind of... Oh, they catch off the Reinhardt.
Yeah, playing aggressive back into Dramatic Gaming here. Like a certain dominance of the May. May will just walls off the Baby Diva, but she gets back in a mech, easy to fly over it. Out for a second. Counter slams, but 4 Rascal's purples are down. Big E of the gravel to Dealings, that is absolutely massive. They're going to be... Rascal's purples are going to be probably losing the fight.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for them, but the Transcendence was a kind of good time. Now the other Transcendence for Dramatic, and I think they'll probably get the next push out of that one. And honestly, the ult economy has completely flipped itself on its head right now.
Absolutely, the ult usage off of Dramatic Gaming there absolutely won them the fight. Lucio on the C9. But to be honest, I was expecting Dramatic Gaming to lose that fight after the absolute all-you-can-eat buffet off the offense off the start there. Just feeding the Bridget, trying to get the C9. I mean, when you're in such a equal position as this, I mean, you can't get away with that, and you paid the price.
Yeah, I felt like there was a bit something missing from Rascals. They had the Reinhardt frozen, they couldn't just take out the Reinhardt as they had him in the Blizzard.
Absolutely. Briggs going to be staying on cart, the rest of the team pushing up, trying to keep this momentum going, trying to get picked. Brock charges up, going to be discorded, and Dramatic Gaming falling back to cart.
And I'm kind of surprised right now. I felt like the whole time Dramatic was an advantage, and now suddenly, oh, there is now the Blizzard Graviton combo. Can they do something with that one? But the Diva eats...
Hello?
Whoa.
Jeff? Diva eats sound barrier?
Yeah, that was a weird one. How did the Diva eat the sound barrier, actually? I didn't know that mechanic works that way.
I mean, Rascal's purple are not going to be questioning that. They'll take that fight win 100% against Dramatic Gaming here. They're going to be playing in aggressive here, killing the Rhine, using speed boost, like utilising it well. Rascal's purple going to be slamming and using rally, countered by the trans. That is an absolutely huge trans and grab here, and the bomb combo. He charges right, he does. He gets the 3K. That's absolutely massive. The male trying to counter, trying to get some picks off as well.
Ghost is doing his best.
He gets that ace. That's a big pick. If they can,
and he still lives. He's creating chaos. They have to turn their back half the time to him just not to be taken out. They do take out the Lucio now, but Ghost Dog still lives.
Yeah, that's absolutely massive. I mean, if Purples can come in here fast, they can get some value out of the fact that the Zarya isn't in the fight, but she's come around the corner. Lucio's not there. It's currently a 5v6. They've both used ults.
Oh, they got Ghost Dog as the team groups up with him once again, unfortunately. But oh, great shatter there. That was a good one there. Got the Brigitte, got the Reinhardt, and now they're taking advantage of everything.
I mean, that fatty shatter just kind of won them that absolutely massive off of Astros is here. I mean, rally early, preemptive, try and get the cart. No one's going to be able to touch. I mean, that was well played by Dramatic Gaming on that third point.
I still don't understand how the sound barrier got eaten by the defense matrix.
I didn't know what I was looking at for a second. I was like, what is that? Yeah. I mean, I don't think we'll ever know what happened to that sound barrier, but
I'm not sure if that's even intended to work that way, to be honest.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's such an even matchup. I mean, 1 minute 13. That's a respectable time, but also easily winnable for Rasmus Purple. Let's hope they can get a better attack than they did in Junkertown here.
Yeah, the attack I think is their main issue. I feel like their defenses weren't that bad most of the time. It's just like their attack is a bit lackluster sometimes, but they do get some fights. But it's like you have 4 fights, they win 1 out of 4 in that way, and that's not how you actually can win attacks most of the time, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the comp off of Rascals Purples here, they're going to be also running the May Goats again on attack. It's going to be interesting. I mean, Dramatic Gaming, they're going to be running the Junkrat.
Oh,
That is... Oh, no.
Okay.
Baited, boys. So,
I
normal Goats.
was
Let's hope they're going to utilize a high ground here. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Zarya getting really value out of that high ground here. Because there's so much. You can easily rotate back onto it after the fight's over. But I'd like to see them start on a form of high ground.
Yeah, that was one of the issues, unfortunately. Rascals Purple ran into that they were kind of like on the high ground and not on the high ground and just gave it up instantly. And you can see how Dramatic's just taking advantage of the high ground instantly. They're even watching the choke already, so.
Absolutely. I mean, in my opinion, they didn't get that much value out of the May on the defense, so it's gonna be interesting to see how on the attack how they do. Dramatic Gaming are gonna be running the normal Goats in the high ground, just pressuring into them, getting the ult charge at the start.
Oh.
That's the offense coming in the back line, taking out the Brig. They're all going to be diving, collapsing in on them, wiping the team. I mean, that's the advantage the high ground gives you. You get them low, and then you can collapse in on them, and take advantage of that extra damage.
Yeah, that was a sweet pincer play. The D.Va dives into the back line. Then from the front, there's I think the Brigitte at least coming up, and that's not how you want to survive that one. But I like how they're playing with Froky Dude on the Lucio, that he's speed boosting most of the time, trying to bring his team in as fast as they can to any fights. That's what I love about Lucios most of the time.
Absolutely.
Oh, that one was nice.
Yeah, but they just kind of walk around it too fast. Bloody Pete's again, just section off at the back for the D.Va. D-Lins managed to get a pick on the Rhine. If they can reset here, this could get value out of that pick. But they're going to be wiped again, sent back to spawn, where they came from.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good start. The problem was that as soon as they got the Rhine, there was like 3 people were already dead on their side, and that's not what you want to take advantage of. They're still trying to run the May. I can understand that they're doing it now because the May is at 49%. I wouldn't love to switch her off now, but they have to be aware of the D.Va bomb actually and the rally against them.
Absolutely. I mean, D offense, I've been loving his D this game. His vision for the game, he's picking out when the Zen's low, when the Zen's isolated. He's responding to teams' calls, and he's putting in absolute work for them.
Oh, that's a good Blizzard. They're forcing them off of the point. Unfortunately, the Transcendence kind of spoils the whole Blizzard, but they do get one. And the Graph got eaten in between. So, and that was that Aces even, so that's really bad for them.
They're going to be pulling out though, because D-Lins are going to be absolutely getting some massive picks on the way out. Bloody Pete's going to be falling down to that ace, maybe trying to stabilize it, but I don't think so, because D offense has come out, and I mean, that D-Lins has absolutely carried that last point, getting 4 kills pretty much by himself there. I mean, he's 14-year-old Zarya prodigy. He's looking good right now.
Oh, I made a mistake. Dr. Fence ate D-Lins, and D-Lins already charged up to that old charge again.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
That's obnoxious if you're already at 48 after you just lost the Graph to a D.Va.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just charging it way faster than that ace. He's getting so much more value out of his bubbles, which means his charge, and then overall his ult charge and picks. They're superior. I mean, that's why that last fight, they've just rolled them.
And the Maywalls are getting better. That was a good position. They need to be careful now. Oh, nice hiding spot that most of them had. And the fight is breaking out. Unfortunately, that Chatter went in. Oh, that was a better one from Asters once again. And he gets to clean up most of them. Unfortunately, gets frozen shortly before the end. But that was a good cleanup for them.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just really not sure if Rascals Purple are getting the value out of this May here. I mean, they're still running it. I mean, I think it's because they've got the ult. But I think you've just got to, at this point, you've got to give it a rest, switch off. I mean, maybe adopt like a float, a new strategy, because the mage isn't cutting right now. The walls aren't on point. It's not splitting up the team like you need a mage to duel. And she's holding on for ult for way too long, which means the other goats, they're getting so much more like resistance in there.
Yeah, I would say perhaps throw in a Junkrat. I would even say try to put a Junkrat in there clumped up. Most of the time, Junkrat loves to do damage on clumped up targets, especially with the buffs he received right now. So I would say do that actually. Oh, that's a good Graviton. Oh, the Shatter is a better answer, but there is still the Mei ult in there as well. The Transcendence kind of is a saving grace for them right now, but they are losing members left and right, and this could be actually the chance that the Mei gets to shine for a moment.
Absolutely. I mean, again in that fight, Mayo, they invested so many ults into it. They tried to respond with the slam. Yeah, couldn't quite get it. And I mean, again, Bloody Pizza putting in so much damage on this Zen. It's so nice to watch.
And they're still, it's kind of a weird situation right now. They're still trying to hold on to the Mei. It has been showing good results with the ult when they held on to it a bit, but I feel like if you hold on to that much, you can probably do something with other characters more. And now the Transcendence goes out, and the Mei wall is kind of protecting them as well. It looks like they can counteract the Graviton, but they did have to sacrifice the ult for that one.
That's a big D-Bro up in the air. Cutting off Asterisk, but it's going to counter D-Lins. So interesting to see here who wins the fight. I mean, they've got so much pressure on Dramatic Gaming right here. But Blade Pizza is going to be going low. It's going to be fall down to the offense. Chico's going to be trading with going to be getting the kill on the Brig there. Ryan's going down. I mean, Dramatic Gaming look like they're going to take the win here. Just the Mei stalling the point.
And Mei has an ult. If they can group up once again and get another good Mei ult up, because Dealins has been charging once again quite nicely his ult charge, because he's already at 87% once again.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the D.Va on the side of Dramatic Gaming is just so much more valuable than the Mei. The damage blocked on the Zen and the D.Va, and the rest of the team, it's just too much for Rascals Purple. I mean, they're not matching up to it in this Goats variation.
Yeah, the Goats variation isn't really that good. Oh. Okay, so we are now seeing them move forward, and now we see the Graviton going out. Can they do once again what they need to do? And oh, another Grav is eaten by Dr. Fence.
Dr. Fence, that's another Gravy, and he's absolutely having the game of his life, taking down the Lucio, Yippee-ki-yay, putting down damage to clean up. Just as Zarya left, she goes down. But Dr. Fence, he's playing out of his skin. He's eating grabs. He's getting so much value out of the defense matrix. His bombs have been on point, zoning, getting kills with the grab combos. I mean, overall, Dramatic Gaming just look a lot more coordinated. Like they really want to win this game.
Yeah, and I think they're riding a bit of momentum as well, as the D.Va bomb goes in and doesn't take anybody out. But they did play today their open division match, and they won 3-0. So perhaps they have a good run right now, and they're just like, we want to take more out of this as far as we can.
There you go, Dr. Fence in the backline, gonna be pushing his Zen. It goes back to the team here.
Ooh.
On the cart, going pushing up on the Brig, but he gets isolated. There's someone behind laying down absolute damage. That's a fat grab. 4 or 5 people in it. Just putting down the damage. Rascals Purple might be getting away with this fight, but Yippee getting a pick on Brock. That's absolutely huge. Bloody Pizza and pushed off cart, but he holds back on. This could be. I mean, him and the Zarya are still alive on point with the Lucio.
Why are they that far away from the point? They can't go there.
Yeah, just booped off the point. That's unlucky for Rascals Purple. They could have had that with those people alive, but just booped off the point, zoned away. I mean, Dramatic Game takes the win, and in my opinion, deservedly.
Yeah, but honestly, it looked kind of. We have a 2-0 right now, and that's how Dramatic is going into the finals. But to be honest, the fights were kind of exciting. They were trading back and forth, and that was just a great pincer. You see as both sides are just closing in on them, and they had no chance to go through.
Yeah, once again initiated by Dr. Fence. I mean, picking out Zen, noticing his low out position, and the rest of the team just take the advantage on that.
Yes, they did. And so we will be taking a short break to get the other team in so we can have the finals, where we will see Dramatic Gaming once again. So see you guys then.
to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island. Wanna be my fun. I don't ever want to leave. I'm in a tropic club.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the finals of this Oversalt tournament. I'm still Alenville, and I still have Knopf with me. Welcome back.
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing fine after that semifinal, and we are now heading into Dorado in the matchup Dramatic Gaming versus Lunation Esport.
I mean, yeah, that semi-final, it was tense. It was a matchup, but Dramatic Gaming just pulled through, and I'm interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm quite interested. Perhaps we'll see something else in Goats. Would be sweet.
Hopefully, I mean, I hope that after that patch they're going to run more than goats, but all we saw in that semi-final was just goats, and more goats. So hopefully we can see some, 3 DPS Hammond, even maybe quad DPS, even floats, just something different.
Yeah, well, we're waiting. Okay, looks like they need a pause, so we have a slight moment.
Big pauses. I mean, Genji, Sombra, Pharah, and Symmetra. I mean, that is probably not what they're going to run, but that is an interesting comp to say the least.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting comp, to be honest. They don't even really have a main tank, if they would run with that comp. But let's try to theory craft around this comp, because we have the time right now. So we have the Pharah, who has no support. We have the Lucio, who's kind of doing the healing. The Bridge has to be kind of the tank in that moment.
Yeah.
And the Genji is jumping in.
I just want to bring to light the guy who just left. Just piece the scene. He drops a jar of salsa on his desk. I mean, that is a worst case scenario when you're eating a salsa. When you drop it all over your desk.
Come on, he done enough already. He ate a sound barrier. We can't do anything more.
I mean, when you eat a sound barrier, like you can afford to drop some salsa on your desk here and there. I mean, he's on the Zarya here. That is interesting. Normally the off tank goes onto Sombra, but it's gonna be the Zarya main going on the Sombra, the hit scan, and then the off tank going on the Zarya. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I like the positioning of the Sombra already up top, but they're just gonna switch around now. Their comp, I think.
I hope so. We got the Doom. This is interesting here. Briggs to collection my switch. I think they're going to be scouting with the Sombra first, and then they're going to be switching off. I think that's the play. Yeah, she's gone back. It's looking like goats.
Just go into goats.
Goats again. Here we go. Come on. Oh, jeez. I was hoping for something different, but I guess we're going to have to go play in this.
Well, Jeff, didn't you want to destroy goats? Something went wrong.
Yeah, he did not do that properly. That Ace coming up on the high ground here, looking for some hacks, causing a distraction. Cindy going to be booping him off, getting control. Slowly pushing, getting some ult charge, playing a bit aggressive. Holding choke. Froki did just by himself on the left side. If they could get Briggs on here, completely isolate him. They don't quite manage. He's going to get back to his team and starting to push the choke here.
Yeah, they're getting still a bit of usage, and now they're starting to win the fight actually, and they're just going off on them.
That's absolutely huge damage. The coordination was just there. Dock defense of the Zarya. I mean, for me, there it's just the difference. I mean, the Sombra goats, the off tank went on the Zarya, and the hit scan went on the Sombra. I think that's where it went wrong for them.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even fault Dock defense that much, because honestly, look at the ult charge he has on Zarya already.
Definitely. I mean, he's 20% up on Tucker's here. Despite the fact that they're winning. That's a bit. They're gonna be committing on the payload here early. They got the spawn, big slam, EMP slam. It's gonna get 5-6. It's gonna get all 6. Absolute team wipe. I mean, that just shows you what EMP slam, like 3 ults. Now they're gonna be trying to hold the spawn here. I mean, it's just that aggression. You love to see it as a spectator. You absolutely love to see it.
Yeah. To be honest, they didn't even have to really use the rally. They just did it on top of that. So
exactly. Sombra on the top, looking to get a hack on the Ryan. If she can get a hack on the Ryan, this could be absolutely huge. Just a bubble. No, he gets the slam off. There's no follow up there. That means they have to pop the grab. It's going to be deep bomb. No, they're just going to follow up with just that. I mean, they popped the trans end. It just took them through the fight, so they're going to be forcing once again that team back to spawn.
Yeah, but they need to back off now because they're almost too close, and if they get caught off there, then it's just And they need to be careful about the next fight because there are 5 ults right now on the side of Lunation.
Absolutely. The early bubble last fight stopped Tuckers from stop the run from being hacked. So they grab early. That's a big counter slam. The Zarya goes down. The Zen goes down. D.Va down. Now they're playing aggressive, charging the Zarya. They got focusing here, pushing up. They're going to be popping a trap to get to sustain. Playing back aggressive towards the Reinhardt. Quick disengage. He's boot back into the team.
Oh,
That's a big EMP.
And that is another cleanup for Dramatic Gaming, to be honest.
Once again, I mean, they're just showing their dominance. I mean, when you do boop the enemy Ryan into your team, like Lunation did, you've got to get the value. You've got to target focus them down and kill them. You can't afford to let the opportunity go to waste. And these small opportunities, I mean, they just look sloppy in their engages, their disengages, and I mean, it's showing in what's going on here.
Yeah, they are having a few miscommunications. I mean, they did force a few ults now out of them, and to be honest, their ult management wasn't that great because it felt like in between they just piled on ults to win the fight, and unfortunately it didn't turn out in their favor because those few key ults, especially the EMP, was just against them.
Yeah, absolutely. Sombra's still up top causing an absolute nuisance to this team. I feel like she's the main catalyst in their loss here. But the Zarya bubbles just do block the slam, both used at the same time. Let's see what they can do here. That's a big grab onto them. I mean, their economy, they're just constantly staggering them out. I mean, Lunation don't even have a slight chance to build up ults because every time they're just using 1-2 ults every fight, completely rotating around throughout the team, and they're just staggering them. They have absolutely no chance to build ults and push it any further.
Yeah, and that's perfectly played from Dramatic Gaming. There's nothing Lunation can do that fast about that. It's just like you get in there, you get hit by an ult, and then they just use perhaps the second one and clean you up, and that's it. You don't have much to counterplay against that.
Absolutely,
right now.
and the value they're getting out of the Sombra in the high ground here, hacking the Ryan, hacking the Zarya every single time. It allows so much damage to come down from Lunation, but there goes a slam, wasting the slam. Only really catches Chico, but now they speed in aggressive with the sound barrier against the rally, forcing them back. That's a good disengage from Lunation here. Back to spawn, even though they do get a pick, but every fight there's one pick. I mean, they're just not getting the value from the ults they need. The slam only caught Chico on the brig, and I mean, you can't do much here.
Yeah, and to be honest, the second pick on the brig for Dramatic there, the brig kind of sacrificed herself so the rest of the team could just pull back for that timing. So it's kind of an iffy situation, but they can't really do much else against that, and Dramatic is just playing it really superbly right now.
Absolutely. I mean, they got EMP slam here again. It could be huge, but they grab early. They're going to be countering it with the Transcendence. Bomb over the top. Look for the EMP. They do EMP. Possible slam coming in here from Dramatic Gaming. All hacked down, but Ash just goes down. They get the counter pick on City. This could be huge.
Yeah, okay, the grab.
They grab Tuckers.
Still holding on. The fight is still open for both sides right now. Chico that ace loses his life, and right now it's kind of a chance for them to really pull it around on the side of Lunation because they do have finally advantage, and the payload's still moving forward in their advantage. But right now they got the advantage. They're getting staggers off on the supports, so they could do something with that.
I mean, absolutely. They barely got through that fight with the skin of their teeth using ults here. They've come up to another grab. I mean, they got slam, rally. Like, if Astraeus can get a slam here on the side of Dramatic Gaming first, it could turn the tide of this and just possibly win the fight. It's going to be last fight, so they could win the round here.
Yes, they could. Exactly. That is one of the key parts right now. The Sombra is still jumping up top, and the payload's moving forward. The Earth Shadow. Oh, that was a good one, but the MP is countered. But can they take people out beforehand? But,
6-man AP! That's a 5-man slam. He's going to move so much follow-up here. All EMP'd, doing absolute damage because the charge coming off. They can't quite get everyone. The follow-up wasn't quite there. Astraeus in the corner getting killed. It's looking like Lunation are going to win this, but it was absolutely so close. That was a 4-man slam, 6 EMP'd. How did they not come away with that?
The problem was the slam was so good already from Q-Shocks. They got 2 or 3 picks before the MP really struck against them, where they actually were just knocked out. They had the stunned targets, they knocked them down, and then they finally had a chance, but then it was already kind of like 3 versus 6 in that moment.
Yeah, absolutely. So disappointing. They really could have had potential to hold a lot closer here on the side of Dramatic Gaming. But they're going to be playing close in the cart, trying to hold up the time here. That's just looking to try and build up another slam, playing aggressive on the Ryan, asserting some dominance here. But Harboroshi actually goes down early, so does Drills. Here coming the side of Dramatic Gaming, playing really aggressive. He's got slam. Now they've got EMP, Trans, Grav. I mean, coming up to rally. The old economies, it's looking even on both sides. They're both coming up to a lot of bolts. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this last fight plays out. I mean, Dramatic Gaming looking dominant all game with their ults.
Yes. But Dramatic Gaming still has one advantage, and that is the EMP. If the EMP hits them before Lunation can do anything, then it's game over already for Lunation. Because as we all remember, EMP shuts down ults anyway. So yeah, if that happens, okay.
Absolutely, that's 6 man. There is EMP. But there's Emma's hiding. She got the trans off. That's absolutely huge. Turning around, trying to block the stem. Oh, it's a 4K. The Ryan just gets spooked. He gets stunned. The ults did not get the value they wanted. They should have got the win right there. The Grav, the rally, the EMP, trans, 4 ults all wasted just because that one Zen hiding managed to get that value out of the trans, so they didn't die. And then as a result, wait for the EMP to cool off, and then just grab bomb, clean up.
Actually, it was something else. They weren't envisioned from the EMP, so the EMP didn't hit them.
Oh wow, that's unfortunate for the side of Dramatic Gaming.
Yeah.
Playing aggressive now.
And now they clean up and stop it before it really reaches the final point. But that EMP play was so sad that there was the wall in the way, and that saved them because you saw as soon as the EMP hit, I saw like 4 icons of the side of Lunation just popping up with ults.
Yeah, I mean that's heartbreaking to lose it like that. I mean, just around the corner. Was it intentional? We'll never know. But that fact that Zen could just get out of the way of the EMP, could trans, keeping everyone up, allowing them to wear off the EMP, and then use ults of their own, get a 4K with the grab bomb. I mean, Dramatic Gaming has got to be so disappointed with that.
Yeah, it has to be really disappointing for them because I felt like for at least half of the game they played quite perfectly with their ults. They used them perfectly and everything, and then you have 1 or 2 slip ups, and then the momentum shifts in the way of Lunation Gaming. But honestly, it's better that way because now Dramatic has to do more even to keep it up. And as we know, perfection will never be quite reached, but you can come quite close, and they were close to that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking like goats again here. I mean, it comes down, for me, it comes down to the value you get out of the Sombra. They're both going to be running Sombra goats here. The value you get out of the Sombra, the value you get out of the Zarya bubbles, and then the ultimate usage. I think those 3 factors in this game are going to be what's going to swing the tide for either team.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, it's interesting. What will Chico? Okay, Chico goes back to the brig, so that is the normal thing, seemingly. But I like the Sombra placement there. Both Sombras are going quite interesting. That Ace is running up to the backs to get high ground as well, so both sides are doing that quite nicely.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be sacrificing the high ground and holding close here, which could be good in respect to the time bank here. Playing aggressive, just forcing them back. Asserting dominance. They get the kill on Kishax, so that means it did not pay off. The close hold did not pay off. They did not get the ult charge advantage that they wanted, and they were all going to fall. That's going to be a team wipe. It's just unfortunate for Lunation Gaming.
Yep, and you can see how Dramatic is instantly pulling the trigger. They're moving forward. They're trying to find better positions to already hold the next attack, and the ult charge is kind of interesting because it looks like Dramatic is a bit ahead right now, and even the Sombras are even actually. That's kind of surprising for me.
Absolutely. I mean, that hack on the right there, absolutely pivotal in this matchup here. They're going to be playing aggressive into them. They're going to be disengaging. I mean, that's good. Just zoning them off the point here. Ryan's going to be one shot, take it down, all because of that EMP hack. Sydney's also hacked in the back line. He does drop as well. And I mean, Dramatic Gaming are going to be pushing up, taking advantage of this staggers, this momentum. I mean, it's just completely opposite to what they were doing on defense, holding them back.
Yeah, but look at that. Habarashi actually got a pick off on the Rhine. He's dropping dangerously low and now gets taken down, but he did get the Reinhardt off. But unfortunately, that Ace has an EMP already ready. They do lose the Sombra, but there's an EMP waiting for the next fight, and I won't want to be in the shoes of Lunation Esports.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they're playing this fight. They're going to be waiting for the Sombra. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be playing a bit passive here. Not going to try and risk their luck too much. Staying nearest the point, not pushing up too far to try and keep the momentum. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get hacked, EMP'd. The Ryan goes down, Zen goes down. I mean, it's just clean up from now on. I mean, that AMP, that's all you need. One ult to win the fight. That is an ideal team fight for Lunation Esports. That's they've pulled that off to perfection.
Yeah, and I mean they banked on the moment that Haburashi will have the EMP ready as soon as they want to go in, and if there would have been one step and that ace would have been closer, he could have hit the EMP first, and that would have turned this fight in the other direction as well.
Absolutely. Now six hacked here. That's a fat grab from Dr. Fence. I mean, he's been showing his skills on off tanks all game. That's the team wipe. Absolutely brilliant. But if you look at the ult economy here, Dramatic Gaming are using all of their ults to push past team fights, whereas Lunation, they're using them strategically, using a slam one fight, EMP the next. I mean, as far as ultimate economy goes, Lunation are definitely up. I mean, they've got the ability here to defend right here, as long as they don't choke these ultimates.
Yeah, but that's one thing I feel like that the EMP kind of makes it wrong, because you can't forget that the whole team was EMP anyway, so they couldn't have used the ult even if they wanted to. But
Absolutely.
they did use 2 ults now to hold this one off, and that looked quite nicely how they did it. If they can get the Lucio, it would be actually much better, but the Lucio is still holding on barely.
It was the Lucio versus M1v1. Yippee comes away with it. And I mean, Lunation Esports, they're still going to be holding despite the fact Jules goes down. I mean, they didn't use all their ults, so it wasn't too bad of a team fight. It was actually quite good for them. But Dr. Fence, 60 to grab, he's charging them fast. That's a 70%, Asterisk almost coming up to 80. I mean, it's looking like they can push this.
Yeah, it could be interesting. It depends on how they chart. Right now, Lunation charge their ults, if they can actually keep up, because I feel like if they can't do that, then they're kind of out of it. Oh, that Earth Shatter unfortunately went into shield, and that ace just got the Zen there.
That is absolutely huge off that ace there. You got
EMP.
Frank gets on. That's some fat EMP from that ace. That is absolutely humongous. They're going to be taking down Kishak, Cine, Haraburushi. I mean, they're all going down. Going to be pushing the point, I think. Jules, it's just a matter of staggering out. Ego falls. Dramatic Gaming going to be pushing it through, and deservedly. Coming up to 5 ults here. They've got the ability to push this all the way to the end, staggering with their ults here.
Yeah, they just need to be aware of the EMP, because we still have an EMP up on the side of Lunation, and as we've been seeing, EMP has been the deciding factor of every fight up till now.
Absolutely. I mean, that ace has been charging it much faster than Habaroshi, and his ult's been getting more too. But that grab is not going to catch much. Dr. Fence staggering Tuckers is though. I mean, that could be enough. They're going to be coming back, disengaging back to spawn, waiting for Tuckers to come back in, and now they're going to be speed boosting in. See what they're going to do here. He yamps it. He yamps the healing actually, not the speed. That's interesting. That means that Dramatic Gaming they've got the advantage. They've got more resources to try and win here. They're going to pop a rally as well. This is looking good for Dramatic Gaming.
Oh, there's the EMP. The Lucio got the sound barrier off. It was a bit of a weird one.
Actually gets caught around the corner. They use the grab, trades with the trans. It's just an all-out brawl here. With both teams trying to focus the Rhine. Tucker's in a 1v1 with Zarya. That's a fat EMP! It's got 4 of them. Can they? Oh my god. They take down Robert Key, lol.
Oh. Yeah.
Lucius going down. And they just clean up again. In a brawl, when it gets hectic, Dramatic Gaming, they just do absolute work. Their ultimate usage is better all game. The Sombra is getting more value out of the hacks, the damage, the more EMPs, Dr. Fence putting down damage, and I think they deserve to win that one. Quite convincingly.
Yep, that was quite convincing. Oh yeah, that was the Diva bomb. I think that was the 4K. Yep.
Yeah, it was absolutely massive. I find it interesting though how both these Divas, both these teams so far, with the Graph Bomb combo, I mean, you've got to be looking to hit it up in the air. It's got to get most area possible. Ideally, just after the grab finishes, so the Rhine can easily be booped.
Look
They're just
at
doing the
that.
hard but
Look
yeah,
at that card.
yeah,
Look at the card for that ace. 38 EMP targets.
Yeah, the value out of the Sombra from that ace, he absolutely popped off. I mean, I questioned it at the start. Can the hit scan pull off the Sombra, and can the off tank pull off the Zarya? And I was proved wrong. Both of them absolutely popped off and sort of carried this game. I can't really lie.
Yeah, it was amazing what they did there, and right, I had to say honestly, I felt bad in the last fight for Kishaks as well, because Kishaks got booped up to the high ground as he was using his shatter, and he shattered then nothing because he was up in the air. And it looks like both teams are already ready, and we are heading instantly back into the next matchup, where we are going to Nambani with the 1-0 lead for Dramatic Gaming.
Yeah, I mean this map is there's such a plethora of comps you can run here. You can run the goat to hold the high ground. You can run floats. You can run the dive. I mean, there's just such a wide range of possibilities to run on this map. It's gonna be interesting to see once again like what they're gonna run here.
Sombra?
I mean, I would not be surprised Sombra goats or May goats. I would not be surprised if either of those two pops up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both teams have been showing that they can actually run that quite nicely. I feel like perhaps some other comps could beat nicely as well, and I hope that both teams can show off what they can do most of the time.
Absolutely. Dramatic gaming. Pulling out the Winston, look like a float. Thank God it's something else other than Rhine goats. It's actually making my day with just that one switch alone.
Oh, Hapurashi, I like that idea. If you think that they're going goats, just go with the Junkrat. You need to claim the high ground fast.
I mean, I'm not going to make the same mistake here. I'm not being baited too early. I mean, I doubt he's going to run the Junkrat here with the regular goats. Yeah, there we go. I'm not being baited that easy this time. Tuckles and the Zarya. I mean, last game he sort of looked a bit outmatched by that ace.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, by Dr. Fence. Damage to bubble usage. It just wasn't matching that ace really, and I think that's the in a goat's brawl with no ults. That's the key reason how the team fight plays out.
Yeah, definitely. That was one of the key reasons. And right now we see both teams kind of just looking for the high ground fight there. Reinhardt just charges up top, and they're just crawling out. And Dr. Fence gets the first pick off there, and I think that will stop the momentum right now of Lunation Esports.
I mean, that's absolutely well played. Their Lucio, I mean, the Reinhardt comes through, he gets stunned. Lucio puts the rest of the team back in there, and they just isolate the Rhine. Winston comes over, dives over, and they just shred him down and just wipe up the team with no shield. That was executed perfectly by Dramatic Esports there. Dramatic Gaming, sorry.
Yep, they played it perfectly. That's on. I know that they're trying to run it again, but I would try to spice it up right now because I feel like you're running into a wall right now, and it's been proven to be a problem for you.
Yeah, definitely. They're playing really aggressive here.
Oh.
I mean, again, they're isolating the Rhine first, killing the Rhine, killing the Zen. They just split the team in half with this floats comp. The Winston, the boops, Diva boops, Lucio boops. This CC, the crowd control here is really paying off for them in isolating the team, and you can just pick them off early. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if this isn't part of the tilt, unfortunately, that they're still trying to run something into the ground. They did switch a bit around. They did take out the Reinhardt and put Kishax on a Winston right now, but
yeah, I think matching this comp is going to be quite key. I mean, foreheading a Ryan up there.
Oh, and that ace's grab just went away.
Stinny, that is absolutely a huge play. Rabbit Keylol is going to be killing Froky dude. Now they're going to be aggressive. But Astro actually gets a Primal Rage off the map. Could this be a win for Dramatic Gaming once again?
It looks like they're cleaning up right now. They're just pushing forward, and they get another 1-5.
Absolutely. They got through that, but I mean, the old economy off of Lunation here. They've got 6 ults. I think that was the plan all along. They were playing dry pushes, getting an ult bank together, and now they're going to push in, really aggressive, use their ults, get value out of them, and hopefully win. Let's hope that Dramatic Gaming, can they or can they not, use their ults to match it and not keep holding them off.
Yeah, they could use them to match it, but as I just don't know. It just feels a bit weird for them just running into the wall every time. The Graviton is quite good. Unfortunately, oh no!
That is disappointing off the edge of the Diva Bomb. Oh no. That is going to be getting the kill on Cine. And they're going to be investing the trans after Cine goes down. That just feels like a slight of a waste to me, but it feels like after all that old investment, he's got to pop it. That is getting the kill. But Chica's actually going down, so it could still be winnable for Lunation Esports here. Winston can be diving. They grab themselves, cleaning up. That is absolutely well played from Dramatic Gaming there.
Yeah, Dramatic Gaming held through once again. As I said, I feel like they're running into a wall. I mean, it was kind of unfortunate half the way that the Diva Bomb just fell off of that cliff.
Absolutely. This could be an opportunity here. Dr. Fence is going to be jumping off the map. The whole team of Lunation are coming in. People are still back at spawn. Lucia's only just coming back. If they push it now, they could get some real value out.
Yeah, they need to. They need to realize that now and just push in. But
That's what they're doing. They're using the speed boost, playing aggressive. Winston in the back line. Unfortunately gets booped by the Lucio with a new patch.
Yep.
Just isolating the Winston in the back, but he ults.
Oh.
Chico and that ace getting kills.
yeah, and
Oh.
Froki came in with the sound barrier and gave this whole team the sound barrier, and that is another cleaned up fight.
Habarushi couldn't quite get the rally off, and I mean, they just seem suppressed. They seem like slight bit of tilt's getting to them, and it just looks a bit unfortunate really for Lunation here.
Yeah, that's one of the feelings I have, that they're kind of getting disappointed right now, and perhaps I hope that they're just turning it around right now. Perhaps I would say take something else. Just throw your playbook you're using right now a bit out and just go over this whole thing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Chico, good round, full stop. Putting a bit of beer in the chat. Maybe increase that tilt a little bit more. Turning that knob up for tilt for Lunation a little bit more. Sort of poking the bear here, but I mean, they did play that really well. I mean, at minimal faults, ult usage is perfect. Even when they had 3 ults versus Lunation 6 ults, they kept calm, collected, and they just matched ult usage, got more value out of their own, and they came out on top. Fantastic play. No ticks for Lunation.
Yeah. Dramatic is playing it well, and Lunation isn't playing really bad. It just feels like they're missing just a little inch, and I feel like perhaps switching up their comp could give him that inch that they're missing in that way. But interesting. I like that they're switching it up now. I'm not sure if the bunker comp is what you want to roll for this one. But yeah, this could actually help out quite a bit with the bunker comp. They have an Ashe, they have a Bastion, they just pump down the shield from Orisa and just try to hold this.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can cut off the rotations of the Bastion of the other team, maybe get one pick on the way, I mean, it could do absolute wonders for them. I mean, I'm loving it already. The Bastion, the off-meta comp, well, who knows what the meta is now even, anyway.
Yeah.
Both teams seem to think it's goats, but this Bastion could put absolute work for Lunation in. They're going to need it. They're holding one tick after.
But I like how both teams have now given up goats for this matchup right now. Oh, and there goes the Winston. He got blown up.
And that is what the Bastion can do. One little peek, damage boost, Discord, and the Bastion's going to put in so much work. Mercy has a Sombra behind. No doubt calling it out. It's going to be hard for them to break this bunker, to be honest.
Yeah. But I like what Chico's doing as well. He's sneaking around as a Genji, so he has to be aware of what's going on, and I think they're going to go for a pincer attack soon. Chico's getting into position. That ace, that ace playing cheeky there, gets shot down now. Another that boop! That is the new boop there.
Drew spots him. Chico's putting absolute work, kills the Mercy. Kills the Bastion as well. Chico putting absolute work in the back line. Killing the Ashe, he's absolutely popping off. Goes dashing everywhere, left, right and centre. He's put 2 of his team gone, 2 in his team and the Diva Mech went down, and he still manages to get 3. Absolutely worked for Chico there, and they just get the win. Good bit of solo play.
Chico did good, but honestly, Yippee-Ki-Yay deserves much credit for that fight. That was such a great anti into the whole enemy team. The Bastion couldn't heal himself up. He tried to do it for a moment, I think I saw, and they just jumped on the whole comp as soon as they got the anti on there.
Absolutely. Play the game, a little bit of clean up here.
Yeah.
I mean, that was... I mean, you love to see that. I mean, they tried the bunker comp. I mean, they knew the goats was risky against a team that had been clearly dominating them in the last 2 games. Tried something new. Fair play to them. It didn't work, but you know, it's an experience.
Yeah, and I feel like they did have a bit of time that they won there. It wasn't as hard as it was beforehand for them, so perhaps I would say it was a good thing that they tried something new. Perhaps it could go. Just give them something to detold, and perhaps that did it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nepal here, I mean, you can run a lot of different comps on these different maps here. I mean, you've got Goat, Central, you've got Sanctum. I mean, you can run Hammond 3 DPS, you can run an Orisa Hog, Orisa Diva, Dive. You can run a lot on that map. I really want to see them pull out something else other than Goats. I don't know if it's going to happen. After this new patch update, I was hoping Goats are going to die, but it's looking as live as ever in this tournament.
I don't think it's just because the patch is too new. I think the teams are just running what they they would just know what they can run, and they're just keeping it up. Because I feel like if we gave the teams perhaps 1 or 2 weeks preparation to actually test out new comps and all that stuff, I feel like we would see different stuff.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you there. No thoughts on what you're saying. Looks like it's going to be Sombra Goats on the side of Lunation. Habarushi, he's got to get some value here now. I mean, on Dorado, he wasn't quite getting as much value as that ace was on the Sombra, and it showed in the score at the end of the game. But hopefully here he can get some proper value. As the other team looks to be going normal goats. This could be their advantage. They're backdoor in to win this game.
Yeah, it could be an advantage if Habarushi can show off on the Sombra, especially when there's no Sombra that can kind of counteract what he does. Could work out quite nicely, but we have to wait and see, especially since the Sombra, I feel like, is just they got there earlier, so they do have an advantage that they do get to decide where the fight starts off.
Absolutely. Dr. Fence back on the Diva, right where I want him. Absolutely lovely stuff. He's going to be displaying the team here. Now they're just split them up. There is Dr. Fence again. He just goes in, boops them away with the Lucio, splits them up. Yippee-ki-yay!
That bloodthirsty Zen. That bloodthirsty
That
Zen.
is what I like to see. Yippee-ki-yay! Absolutely going to a buffet, just all you can eat. Just absolutely popping off. Unstoppable. Absolutely massive.
Who says support players can't kill people?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Joe and they're playing like Azari and NYXL, and I really like to see them doing the same here. Using him as like a big damage dealer, it really works. Especially when Dr. Fence puts in so much work with the Lucio, just splitting them up, Froky dude. There again, he tries to go for the boop in the Ryan, doesn't quite get it. Ryan's going low. Good playing aggressive, Sombra in the back, trying to deal with him. Ryan's playing low.
Oh, nice EMP there.
Dr. Fence trying to isolate the Zenyatta in the back, unfortunately goes down. Just looks like they're going to clean out.
And Trill says, I don't want to be left behind, and gets at least 2 kills for his team in that fight as well.
Yeah, well played from him. Yeah.
And I mean, they used 1 ult for that fight on the side of Lunation Esport. They used the MP. That's all they used in the whole fight.
I mean, they definitely got an advantage ult economy wise.
Yeah.
They've got the grav. They've got the slam. Trans to counter the other grav. And I mean, they've got the Sombra on the rocks here. She's 1 shot. No transicator. They're going to be pushing in here. That's a fat grab. They counter it with the trans.
Oh, nice shatter from Asters once again. Got 2 with that one. Now they're forced into that grab. There's the Diva bump going down. Can it do some damage? Oh, and Yippee-ki-yay gets another kill in that fight as well. Another one! Come on, Yippee-ki-yay. Leave something for your teammates. And Tucker stops his life.
I mean, yeah, that's just quality play from Yippee-ki-yay. But what I really liked coming out from Dramatic Gaming there was they used the slam to bait out the trans, and as soon as that trans went down, they used the grav. I mean, that is great awareness, great ult tracking to know that they have that trans. They have to they had to bait it out in order to team wipe them. That's exactly what they did. They used 2 offensive ults there and used them well.
Yeah, oh, nice EMP once again. Unfortunately, they have to be careful because the Diva didn't get hit by the that, could use the defense matrix, but they do get 2 picks already, so they're getting into the fight once again and showing off. Habarushi gets even Yippee-ki-yay, and that ace blows himself up accidentally.
Asterisk, it's disappointing. He just tries to use his ult there and just gets killed midway through. That's a waste of 100% worth of ult charge, but it's alright. That ace is coming up to close to grab. Dr. Fence, 65. They've got the rally coming up with the trans. But it's going to be interesting this fight. Tuckers has to get an early grab away here before Yippee-ki-yay gets his trans.
Yeah, that's
going to be the main stagger, which is going to give him some more percentage on the clock.
Yep, that's going to be one of the idle points. And they're just running in. They're trying to get something. The grab is off. The chance isn't up. But Yippee-ki-yay is still sitting in the back, and now there's the answer, and they're putting in some damage. The Diva bump goes down. Can they get something out of this one? Oh, Dr. Fetz gets 2 with that one!
That is absolutely big. I mean, Tucker's team, I mean, Lunation, they didn't follow up enough. There was absolutely no support ult. They beated, and they just did not follow up enough getting the kills in that grab, and that's what cost them that team fight. And possibly the game. Astra's got another ult. He's got another ult back. It could be a blessing in disguise. The fact he lost the slam last fight. That ace already 50% back to grab after that fight. But so is Tucker's. It's looking even on this R1v1 now.
Oh, there's the shatters already out. Oh, got 2 with that one. Yippee-ki-yay goes down. Now they need to push. They need to push instantly. They just don't care about the Reinhardt. Don't care about him. Just get onto the point. You have no other choice. Oh, that's stun! Chico! Save his team!
Absolutely carrying his team. What was that stun? Oh my god, he was right on the edge of the point, and he just said, absolutely not, get out of here, and just booped him away. That is absolutely quality for Chico. Oh my life.
Perfectly played there, waiting for that moment and just hit the thing.
This is exciting. This is top tier Overwatch. This is like Overwatch League. Oh my lord, Chico clutched up for his team there. I mean, if he would have lost that, it's likely that Lunation would have won.
Yeah.
Chico, just the anchor on the point. Thank God he didn't push up the rest of his team. 100% planned, and the plan pays off.
Yeah. You love it when a plan works out. Just love it.
Don't you just? Wow. Here we go, Sanctum. They're going to be running floats on both sides here. Not quite the DPS, the DPS comps we're looking for, but I mean it's a different variation. Better than nothing.
I'm surprised that they're not running the let's pull everybody into the pit strat.
Absolutely. They're going to be running rotation all the way around the back. That is, he's not looking to synergize his team. He's looking by himself. He's not looking like he's calling the shots. He's isolated again. He's looking really vulnerable.
Chico goes down for that one. There's just no chance that they could actually take advantage of that one on the side of Lunation, and they get another pick, and looks like they could claim the point. They just moved off the point. I would just take one victim out and just try to keep the point up. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that rotation around the back, it just looked a bit scuffed, to be honest. I mean, like the Zarya was always isolated from the team. They were going in and out, not sure what's going on. I mean, that reflected in the team fight, getting picked off one by one. I mean, at this high tier Overwatch, you can't be making mistakes like that. You've got to come in with a plan and know what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. You have to short-term plan everything, actually, just to make an advantage there. You can react sometimes to something as Chico's doing right now, getting 2 kills already for his team. Q-Shax has the Primal Rage and is still dropping down.
I mean, it shows what you can do when you follow the shot calls, you follow the orders. I mean, isolating the teams with the stuns, Chico putting in absolute work, and they're just, your focus fire is immense. It's really good.
Yep. But honestly, right now they're doing quite nicely on the side of Lunation. They did stagger out quite a bit of percentage still out of that. They barely reached 44%, but it's almost halfway through already.
Tucker's got his graph. That is only on 70%. He's a solid 30% higher. I mean, apart from that, the ults are looking pretty equal. It's going to be interesting to see how this matches up in this fight.
Yeah, there's the graph, and there's the Diva Bomb. Can they do something with this one?
It's looking...
Oh,
that's a double with the defensive ult. That means they've still got the grab coming up to wipe them up next fight as well. Doc defense popping off. That's what I love to see of him. He's been doing it all tournament. He's a solid team really. I've got to be honest. Like his presence as Diva, the splitting up with the boobs. I mean, he's having the tourney of his life.
Yes, I mean, honestly, on Dramatic Gaming, everybody's picking up a slack when one person is just taking one step back, another person is stepping up. We've been seeing it the whole time. We've seen, for example, Yippee-ki-yay just doing the damage for the team. Chico's always in there. Chico did that save. Now the grabs even.
Absolutely, that's a fat grab. Dr. Finn's still going out and making it too close. Takes too much damage. He just absolutely can't handle that by himself up there. They're going to be pushing up despite the fact that they're a mech down. They get the kills on drills. Yippee-ki-yay putting down more damage once again. It's absolutely popping off. Zarya one shot going to be going down to Astra's. The ace taking down Harbarushi and just cleaning up here. What a team fight win from Dramatic Gaming, especially after Dr. Fence's mech goes down, and he's got it back for the next fight.
Yeah,
they're looking strong here.
And that's exactly the thing. Dr. Fence loses the mech, and for example, Yippee-ki-yay, that ace, everybody's picking up the slack that the mech is gone. They just push forward, they do more damage.
Absolutely, this ends looking isolated here. Good rotations with the speed boost here. Lovely peel from Dr. Fence once again, and the rest of the team. Both primals are traded here. He's got a solo grabbed here. Dr. Fence trying to eat as much as he can. Fly, that's brilliant. Now he's got his bomb again. Pression is in the back by himself. Gets peeled, but Chico goes down. It's looking like team fight lost it. Dr. Fence probably should not have used ult. Bit of a waste.
Yep.
Yippee-ki-yay getting 1 kill as he goes out, saying, "I'm not leaving with nothing."
But honestly, it's still in favor of Dramatic.
Absolutely.
Because right now, Lunation can't give up the point in any way, shape, or form anymore. Otherwise, they lost. And
absolutely,
they're down and out then.
I mean, Rabbitech lol. He's got the transcendence. That ace has got the grab. That's gonna be counterable. it's all down to the focus fight here. It's all down to the ult charge, how fast they can track it, how fast they can gain their own ult charge. That's an early grab. They've used Trav even though there's nothing in it. That is not getting much value out of that trans part of the fight. They're gonna have to play aggressive with it. Kishak's gonna get the prime one to Chico. That's an absolute win. Win for them here. Doctor Fence falling out his back again.
Oh, barely
Yeah,
holds on to the point, and
got-
they another fight.
Absolutely, they're gonna have to edge down there fast, try and get another fight in. 80%, last team fight.
Yeah.
This is intense.
I don't... Okay, this could get really interesting. We're now approaching 90% on the side of Lunation Esports. They have to hold on, otherwise they're out of this match already, and they are moving backwards right now. There is a jump onto the point from the Winston. He's just going in. Can they take him down before anybody comes in? They do it. Now the Diva is the next target probably in the rotation, but Chico is already in there, and Chico gets to pay the price as well. The Transcendence goes out. The Diva bump is in there as well. Nice bubble there from that ace to survive that one, but still they're losing members left and right, and the overtime fuses are right now ticking against them on Dramatic Gaming. The Graviton is now in there. They have enough damage. They jump in
clutch it
to get the kills. Whoa!
I mean, they're trying to clean up, trying to get some kills, trying to come back into it. Dr. Fence has gone on the Hammond. Can they get it? They do! They clean up absolutely fat grab from that ace, charging it out of his mind. Yippee putting down damage. How have they come away with that? That is an absolute joke.
Oh!
How has Jurassic Gaming come away with that? Come away with the tournament win. I mean, Lunation, you've got to be disappointed in yourselves. You just can't clean up fast enough. It's so sad to see. It's disappointing.
But really respect for them to play that.
Yeah, that is.
I mean, Asterisk gets the play of the game, but we actually all know what the play of the game was.
Absolutely.
With that stun from Chico or a Yippee-ki-yay. As I said, the whole team of Dramatic Gaming played this whole tournament out nicely.
Absolutely. I mean, their ult usage. I mean, their like ability usage. It's all been absolutely on point, and it's just reflected in the team fight wins, in the round wins, the map wins, and just the whole style of playing. It's lovely to watch.
Yeah. And congratulations to Dramatic Gaming, you won this tournament, and with that, we're gonna stop. Do you have anything left to say? No, before we stop?
Well played to both teams, and yeah, congratulations, Dramatic Gaming.
Well, if we go over for 1 second the MVP, I would say I can't even decide. All of them played so nicely. I can't give any one of them the MVP because I feel like it was a great team effort.
I agree, but if there's one person for me who stood out more than the rest, it may have shown in my casting style, but Dr. Fence. I mean, his grab beats, his booping out of positions, for me, is MVP. Absolutely on point all tourney.
Yeah. So with that, we're going to say goodbye. Have a nice evening, and see you next time. Bye.